Let's get 20 minutes on the clock. My truth is different from your truth. Agree from Sheba and a disagree from Jason Miles. I'll go with Sheba. Why do you agree?
I've definitely been seeing more and more like I'm kind of all there is. Like my truth is just different than everyone else's that I encounter. I don't even know if you guys are real. You guys are kind of just projections of me.
Jason, why'd you vote
Against
this?
it, I think I'm against the concept as a whole about the individual truth, because we're talking kind of about opinions. When we hear this term like speak your truth, it kind of comes from a lot of trauma discourse, really a culture built around people that believe kind of what Sheba's saying, right? I am the center of the universe, and the way I see things and understand it is the absolute.
Okay, how do you contend then with the different perspectives that occur and the fact that for each of us, it feels very much like a truth?
I guess it depends on the situation, right? Upbringing has a lot to do with it. So the way you see the world is probably how you only want to understand it. We're also living in a moment where it's like the way I understand things, anecdotal data that I have ends up being my truth. So I'll listen to somebody. I'm not above that. I'm not supposed to question your truth. Kind of like when someone says, God spoke to me and said, you can't question what God then told them. You can't be sure God told you that.
I think, whether or not you question my truth doesn't change it.
Yeah,
You
that's what I
know,
said. Yeah,
my,
yeah.
my,
I think we're agreeing.
how I see it, all of the things that go into like my lens remain, even if someone disagrees with it.
But it also goes to show, like, if you've never left the ghetto, you're probably only going to understand the world functioning in one certain kind of way. If you get and see more of the world, then your quote unquote truths start to get questioned.
I think there's a complexity to reality that we don't typically engage with. Our sciences assume, our journalism, our everyday typical conversations, we assume that there's an objective thing that we can all access. And then when we describe it, the words all mean the same. But there's a truth that's happening in the world, but then it has to be filtered by your separate and individuated mind. And it feels real to you.
I think we're all, individual truth filter machines here to discern the truth from our unique machinery.
This is more about opinions. This is more about market logic, about where you sit in adjacency
these
to empire.
Opinions manifest in real actions and real thoughts. And some people, yes, their world and their truth, their definitions are what they are. They literally feel and see differently than you might. I find value in noticing and accepting that.